Boom. Welcome home. I'm so glad you came back safe. What am I doing here? Well, I'm here to see you, obviously. What else would I be doing here? Why don't you make yourself comfortable? I'm sure you've had a long day. I insist. You should really sit down. That's a good girl. Doesn't it feel so much better after being on your feet all day? Where's your grandmother? Well, not here, obviously. Though I see little reason to talk about her right now. Especially not when you and me have so much to talk about. About what? About you, my dear. There's quite a bit about you that interests me, actually. At first, you simply had my curiosity, but after a while, you had my full, undivided attention. I've noticed quite a bit about you in the past couple of months. Some good things, some not so good, and some things that simply make me howl. I suppose the first thing that comes to mind when I think of you is the second time our paths crossed each other. Not the first. The first wasn't all that interesting. A very typical reaction to seeing someone like me. You do know what I am, do you? I do prefer the term lichen, but I suppose werewolf isn't inaccurate. Yes, I am one. And I remember the very first time that we met. There I was, just roaming about the dark forest, just looking for something to fill my stomach, when along came you, a young woman in a bright red cloak, roaming about the dark forest, seemingly blissfully unaware that anything dangerous might be lurking nearby. It's almost as if you were looking to die. That same level of ignorance is how I've gotten most of my prey. But not you. You took one look at me and ran in the opposite direction. Honestly, I was impressed. You'd be surprised at how many people just stand there petrified the second they see me. The only reason I didn't kill you was because you weren't deep enough into the forest for me to catch you without somebody hearing you scream. I suppose that's on me for not being fast enough. Though I will admit, I'm rather glad I didn't catch you that day. You've proven far too interesting. Which, of course, brings me to our second encounter. That time where our paths happened to cross each other on the road. The sun had begun to set, and you looked like you were heading back to the village. But not before you ran into me. Our eyes met, and there was no denying that you definitely saw me. This time, however, you definitely froze, as most people tend to. I just figured you had finally lost your nerve. However, as I stepped forward, you did the same. At first I thought I didn't see correctly. But after I stepped forward again, you did so as well. And before either of us could take another step, the sound of a wagon came clamoring down the road. As I wasn't about to risk more people seeing me, I left into the woods. That moment refused to stop playing in my head. No human has ever dared try to approach me. Well, at least not without a pitchfork in hand. You became all I thought about. Every day, every night, every free moment that I had, I spent thinking about you. So I started following you. And this time I made sure that you wouldn't see me. And in that time, I believe I've learned quite a bit. I know that you've been ostracized by the entire village for simply being an orphan. I know that your only family member left is your grandmother, who didn't really seem to like you very much, all because she blamed you for your parents' deaths. I also know that you often cry yourself to sleep. I know that in spite of that, you still come back here to take care of her, which makes you a much better person than myself, honestly. I also know that you go back into the dark forest often, almost like you're searching for something. What are you going into the dark forest for, exactly? Oh, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. See, I know you're lying. I know you leave the village around the same time every morning and return around the same time every night. I know that most of that time is spent wandering the dark forest. And I know you spend all your time looking for me. Oh, sweetheart. Did you really think I wouldn't notice? That you've been tracking me for months, hoping to find me? That you've been just as enamored with me as I am with you? The only thing I haven't really been able to figure out is why? Why are you so insistent on finding me? A question that I couldn't quite answer myself, and I couldn't wait any longer to find out. So, here I am. So, now that you're aware of what I've been up to, it's your turn to talk. Why have you been following me? Most people, or should I say the few that are lucky enough to get away from me, are usually never seen or heard from ever again, solely out of fear of running into me again. Are you not afraid of me? Then why are you looking for me? You know what I am. You know what I've done. And I bet you also know that your grandmother isn't the only one who's turned up missing since we've met. Show me what? Now, why would you be keeping that dagger in your basket? You came here to kill your grandmother. Well, that's unexpected. And might I ask, why? You were going to offer her up to me. Well, of all the answers I was expecting, that was surprisingly not one of them. Though I do appreciate the sentiment. And why, might I ask, would you go through all this trouble just for me? Why are you so eager to find me? Do you want me that badly? There it is. That nervous trembling that I've been looking for. Or maybe you're just excited. Or maybe it's a little bit of both. Is that it? Do you like the effect I have on you? Do you like that I scare you? Is it because I give you the attention you've always been looking for? Those villagers who dare to ostracize you have no idea what they've lost. Because you're mine now. Agree to stay with me, and I will give you more than those sheep-minded peasants could hope to offer. Will you stay with me? Show me. I won't stop killing, you know. I will continue to feed on whoever or whatever I can get my hands on. But so long as you are by my side, you will be safe. Do you understand? You have nothing to fear from me. So long as you are with me, you will never want for affection again. Let's go. To the dark forest, of course. Let me take you to your new home.